Sitting down and designing, where every man never thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC. Always love the clothes of Jimmy. British punk, yo, wanna be Jimmy Star's new celebrity. We'll take you out.
They won't be able to hear much of it. Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, everybody, what's up? Welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, bringing you the good times in music, fashion, pop culture, and entertainment. What's up, everybody? We're a little disorganized today, but...
Always.
What's up? Before we get started, let's say hi to everybody. We're going to start off with, since Ron's getting ready, we'll start off with the man behind the boards, Mr. Chad Murphy.
What's going on, fellas? How you doing?
There you go. Then we got our very own man about town, Mr. Ron Russell.
Hello. I got to hide my fat belly.
Yeah. We got people in the chat room. What's up, everybody? Eileen's in the chat room. Illy from Estonia's in the chat room. Oh, I'm not sure who else is in the chat room, but what's up, everybody in the chat room? Hello, and welcome to the show. We're going to have fun today. It's kind of a laid-back kind of show. I think Ron's going to sing for us in a little while.
Yes, I'm going to sing a song that I sang for years and years and years. It's Santa Baby, but it's Ron Russell's version of Santa Baby. And I sang it when I performed as Jane Russell in drag. So just picture when I do sing it that it's sexy, gorgeous.
And fellas,
big booby Jane Russell.
Big booby Jane Russell. There you go. Can you do me a favor, both all y'all scoot to the right a little bit because you're kind of off of frame, or move the camera to the left.
Okay, hold on.
Better move the camera to the left.
Yeah, so you don't have to move.
Because I'm not going to move.
Is that this way?
Yes, sir. That'll be fine. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you. You can see our piano in the background. We're ready for Friday night for our big Christmas party. We have about 25 people coming, all very good friends. Highly selective because we had to just invite the people that we know well.
And lots of Jimmy Star Show guests.
And lots of Jimmy Star guests are coming. A lot of clients of Jimmy's who are good friends of ours. But I'm happy to say Sadie Katz will be here, and Loren. Landon. What am I doing?
And Churchill.
So a lot of our really good buddies will be here.
It's going to be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to it, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Say hi to Eileen. She's in the chat room.
Hi, Eileen. You should be here. I didn't know. Good.
She's leaving on Saturday to go to the UK, everybody.
To go to the UK. Oh, she's going back to London, isn't she? Going back to London. Oh, to go back to her Adam Ant. To go.
Actually, I don't even know if she's going to see
Adam Ant's ass.
Is she going to see Adam Ant? I don't even know.
She's going to kiss somebody's ass in London, that's for sure. Anyway, it's going to be an interesting show because Olga is one of my favorite people. Now, I was with Olga last week where she was performing at the benefit for funds for the fires in California. And in the green room, we spoke, and she's hysterical. When she talks about her life in Russia and what the kids did to her growing up and what the government is like and how they live, it's just very funny. And she's writing a book, and I believe she's going to do it with Eileen Shapiro, but I don't think Eileen has time because she's got to go to London for whatever reason. Mistake, but that's for sure. It's too cold over in England right now. It's cold, it's rainy, it's damp, it's awful. It's like New York. But anyway, so there you go, Eileen. Into the night, into the cold, into the rain.
That's better. All right. I moved the camera up a little, so now you see our wreath, everybody, over the fireplace, and you don't
see my stomach.
See my stomach.
I can take the pillow away. Oh, I feel so grateful. Oh, there we go. That's so nice.
Oh, Meg is in the chat room too. What's up, Meg? She said she can't hear us for some reason. I don't know why.
Because everybody has trouble with something. Meg. I called you, honey, and you didn't answer. Then you called me back. Then I called you. It's telephone tag time. But I promise I'm going to talk to you. I wanted to call you and Alan for Hanukkah, and I did, but nobody was there. So there you go, Meggie.
She says she is going to see Adam. Somebody said she's going to see Adam.
Of course she's going to see Adam's ass. I mean, Adam Ant.
Anyway, so Chad, what's the weather like in Florida?
Well, it's cold. I mean, we don't really get this type of weather often, so I'm enjoying it. I got the window open, but we got gray skies Yesterday it was beautiful, though. It was chilly, just the sun out, the blue skies. So it must have been freezing everywhere else in the country. But we've had some nice, cool weather for once down here. It's nice.
How cool? How cool?
I think yesterday was more like high 50s, low 60s. Today it's more 65, 70. It's starting to climb back up
beautiful.
Again. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's really nice.
we're going to be close to 80 today. Of course, sunshine. It was raining 2 days ago again, but I love that because now when we drive up to our house, you know, the mountains are behind us, the San Jacinto Mountains, and they're all snow on the top.
Really?
So it looks like Switzerland or Colorado.
Yeah.
Just beautiful here.
Awesome.
You know, we live in the valley and the mountains surround us to keep us safe from all those LA people.
You gotta
That's
love
funny.
it.
Chad, the fruits and nuts of LA.
Yes, sir.
I am telling you, Chad, like this is like the most difficult week we ever had here.
Why?
We went to LA.
Wait. Brandy's eating something. I think an ornament from the tree.
No, she's okay.
No, I just saw her tear something off the tree and chew it. She's got it in her mouth.
No, she doesn't.
It's in her mouth.
Brandy,
Jimmy.
come here. No, she doesn't have anything in her mouth.
Yes, she does. She's not going to open her mouth to show
Brandy,
you.
come here.
Brandy, get the ornament out of your mouth.
No, she doesn't have it. She's okay.
If she dies from glass or something, I'll kill you. See, it just fell out. It just, the white thing, it's white, fell on the floor next to your chair. Brandy,
It's a
don't
piece
eat.
of dust. There's like a piece of like plaster or something.
Brandy, don't. That was an ornament.
Okay. Anyway.
Tinsel.
All right. So.
Dog will eat anything.
Yes, they
Oh,
will.
our house is never normal.
So in the
Same.
meantime, though, we went to LA 5 times in a week, 5 out of 7 days, which was unbelievable because you get home at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning every time.
Yeah.
But we had a very, very good time, and we met all kinds of cool people. So we went to where did we go? Oh, we went to like a Circus Road kind of rap party with a bunch of the people on Friday night, and on Saturday night we went to go see Stan Zimmerman's play, Yes, Virginia, which was fabulous. And it was really, really, really good, fun play. Everybody should see it if you're in LA. And it actually starred Mindy Sterling and Arnisha Walker. You guys know Mindy Sterling. She was in all the Austin Powers movies and a bunch of other stuff. Drop Dead Gorgeous. And Arnisha Walker she played all the different roles in Dreamgirls on Broadway. She was fabulous.
And Anisha is theater trained, and she was a delight, fabulous actress. But what was really wonderful was I understood and heard every word clearly, because today if they don't mic the performers on stage, you don't hear them. They think they're making a movie. So it's very difficult when I go to theater. I have to rent that hearing device and open it all the way up so that I can hear the whispering people on stage. Years ago, they'd say you have to talk to the back row. If the last row in the theater doesn't hear you, you're not working. But when I questioned the actress, Mindy, about it, she said, well, we want it to sound natural. We don't want it to sound theater. But darling, you're on a stage, and stage is theater. And you should speak theater because that's what theater is. It's not a movie. So we have a lot of difficulty with people whispering. I know when I was making Circus Road, you know, I don't hear so hot anymore. My hearing's gone down. Ever since I went to Cafe Roma in Beverly Hills with Mr. Blackwell, and they sat me next to a gigantic speaker, which was very loud. And then one of the guests came on with an electric guitar that he had opened all the way. And when he started, my eardrum went. So I have a little bit of a hearing difficulty in my left ear. So I forgot what I was talking about. What was I going to say?
They don't speak. Everybody doesn't. The moral is everybody doesn't speak loud enough.
So when I was filming Circus Road, and I was a minister who really wasn't a minister, who pretends to be a minister.
Don't give away the plot.
Well, just my character, who pretends to be a minister just to get money. When they were rolling, I didn't know because I didn't hear the director say roll. So I'm sitting there, and then they cut. And they say, Ron, what are you waiting for? I said, I'm waiting for my cue. They said that was like a couple of hours ago. So I had a lot of difficulty with that. But yes, she's a brilliant, brilliant actress, and she played the housekeeper beautifully. She played it with dignity. She didn't play it with, yasmism, I'm a-coming, that sort of old stereotype, what they used to do to the black people in 1930s and 40s. They always called them Miss Louise, Miss Joan, Miss Barbara. They never called them by without the miss in front, which really was disgusting, but that's what they did back then because it was the respect. The black person was lower than the white person and had to respect the white person by titling them, well, Mr. Bob or Mr. Thomas or Miss Louise, fuck that shit. Oops, I cursed. I wasn't going to curse anymore. But, I have a dirty mouth. I guess it just slips out.
There you go. What are you going to do?
I don't know. What are you going to do? But anyway, the play was lovely, but it left me hung up. And I told Stan Zimmerman at the at the fun party afterwards, I said, listen, this thing is a TV pilot. This is not a Broadway show because you open so many doors. The one character, the maid or the housekeeper, talks about her daughter who's trying to take her house away from her and put her in a home or live with her. And the madam of the house, Mrs. Miller, she said that her son had just passed away and she was grieving and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, the story unfolds and we find out about all of these interesting characters. And it has a very, very lovely ending, a tearful ending, a happy ending. And I won't tell you about that because you've got to go see it. Stan Zimmerman is a brilliant writer of comedy. He has written for the Golden Girls when they first started. He writes for the Gilmore Girls. He writes for everybody. So go see Yes, Virginia when it comes to your neighborhood.
And if you're in LA, you can see it now. It's playing up until the end of the month, and it's playing at... You can go to brownpapertickets.com, www.brownpapertickets.com, type in Yes, Virginia, and all the information will come up. It's at the Dory Theater at the Complex, and it's on Santa Monica Boulevard in LA. There you go. Whew.
And the tickets are so reasonable. It's not like Broadway, $300 to go see Hamilton. I mean, really, give me a break.
Actually, they're playing. People are paying up to thousands of dollars to see it.
For that crappy play, I wouldn't go see it for free.
Well,
it's bullshit. It's all propaganda. It's all propaganda. It's all people getting on the black bandwagon, which black people resent. It's like, suddenly they found us and now all the white people are condescending us and making us feel like we're freaks. I've spoken to many of my black friends about it, and they're not happy with it. Not at all. They said this should have been years and years and years ago, not today.
Anyway.
It's too late in coming.
Well, it's the most successful show, I think, in history.
Because it's, and that's a sin because it's not the best. I've seen the best. It is not the best. Certainly is not the best. It's a boring subject, a boring era. Boring, boring, boring. It's not a musical like the musicals that I remember. South Pacific, Auntie Mame.
Well, that's the one you like a lot, Andy.
Gypsy. I mean, these were...
no, Gypsy's the one you like a lot.
I love them all. I love them all. There were one that had, you left the theater singing and humming the ballads. Hamilton, you walk out. You don't even know what you saw.
Hang on, Chad.
That's me.
And first of all, it's fake.
So, Chad, in the chat room, Meg is saying that she can see the video, but she can't hear anything. Got any suggestions?
If she's watching on an iPad, tap it once. Usually that's the case with those. If she's watching on a computer, roll your mouse around the screen and see if the speaker icon might have a cross through it, and click on that, and your sound might come on. Because no one else has said anything about sound yet.
Okay, cool.
Just Megan, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Just make sure speaker is on. Okay. All right, everybody. So also, today is the day, you guys. We had Jason Finney on the show. His book actually came out today. It's available for sale everywhere. It's called The Adventures of Captain Pump, the world's first fitness superhero. It's a phenomenal kids book, basically about helping your kids be healthy. It's done in black and white and in color. Anything that takes place in the real world happens in black and white, and anything that's in Pumpland is in color. I don't know how to hold the book and show you guys and talk on the microphone at the same time. But everybody needs to get it. It's available now. It's a great Christmas gift. It's The Adventures of Captain Pump. And just open up and show some of the pages on the inside, please. It's a really nice book. It's set up kind of like a graphic novel. It's got pictures on every page. Some, like I said, some is in black and white. And Jason Finney, you guys know him. He was in all kinds of great TV shows and films. He was last night he was actually on CBS on that TV show FBI. So he's a really cool actor. We have a lot of good time. And actually Dave from Stars Now UK says he's got sound and vision, so that's good. What's up, Dave, in the UK? How you doing? Hope you are well. And
now, wait a minute. Get back to Jason. You think he would sign the damn thing?
He didn't send it to me. His publisher did.
Well, tell his publisher to go screw himself.
Uh-oh.
I want it signed by Jason.
Oh, wow.
All the books I have, from the legends of Hollywood, Blackwell, Jane Russell, Lana Turner, all of them, they all signed the book personally to me.
This one, though, came directly from the publisher.
I know. We'll tell the publisher to send it to him to sign and then send it to us.
And anyway, you guys, the book is out now. Go to Amazon. You can order it in a paperback copy, or you can just download the ebook. It's a great gift for kids. Everybody needs to have it. It's a really cool book. I read it 2 days ago. It's fabulous. I really enjoyed it.
And I have two books signed by Shelley Winters, who was a friend of mine. And the one book, I love what she signed it. She wrote, "Hey, Brooklyn, I love you, Shelley." Isn't that great? That was one of the inscriptions. "Hey, Brooklyn," she called me. "I love you, Shelley." That's sweet. She was a nice lady, Shelley Winters.
I think Eileen might be with Jason because she said, "Hey."
Hey, Jason, sign the book.
You gotta love it. Also, everybody, oh my God, I just forgot what I was gonna say.
I figured Eileen would be with Jason.
Actually, she's going to.
Yeah, she's going to go where with Jason?
I think she's going to an event tonight with Screamin' Rachel, and she's going to an event with Ice-T, the guy from Law and Order.
And Jason's going with her, so they'll probably take a shower together now to save water, and then they'll go to the event. I know Eileen. She's after him. Trust me.
Meg says to call you tomorrow because she can't hear.
Oh, Meg, you're not going to hear me sing Santa Baby. Oh, Meg, call us back. Try it. Oh, she can't hear me.
She's not calling us.
Yeah, she can't. Well, tell her to call the show. No, I mean, tell her to come into the show again.
I told her to redo it. She said she tried it on the phone. It's not working either, so I don't know because she's the only one who's having a problem. Anyway, what are you going to do? So when do you want to sing Santa Baby? Do you want to sing it like before our guest or after our guest?
I think we could do it now because it's a fun song.
I got to figure out how to do it. So, Chad, if I play
the music,
if I play music loud in the background, is that okay?
Yes, it goes over air.
You might have to mic it. We could try it.
Well, I have a big speaker.
It's not going to sound good
Give because it a little test.
I know when you sing over air, it always sounds horrible.
The problem is you're going to be singing directly into the mic, and the music's in the background. So
yeah, but I'm sitting right on top of the speaker practically.
Let's do a sound check.
You're choking me. Hello.
Not a whole lot I can do. I can't
put your
reach.
mic down. Make it loud, really loud.
Hang on, I got to start it over.
But I have to cue it and wait before you start it. This is the original paper that I had glued to the curtain behind the stage that I was performing in so I wouldn't forget my lyrics. This is like 40 years old or maybe more. Now picture me as Jane Russell, very sexy in a red satin gown, skin tight, with red long gloves and my black hair and very sexy. And now I'm going to sing what I want Santa to bring me, and I'm doing it in a woman's voice. Here we go.
Okay, you ready? Here we go.
Ready, loud. Santa baby, I'd like a guy 6'3" under the tree. It's for me. Santa baby, hurry down my chimney tonight. Santa baby, a body like Adonis will do. Eyes that blue, I'll wake up for you. Santa baby, hurry down my chimney tonight. Think of all the sex I've missed. Think of all the fellas I haven't kissed. Next year I could be as good as this, if you'll check off my Christmas list. Santa baby, he should hang about 10. What? That's not a lot. Santa baby, I've been an angel all year. Down my chimney tonight, honey. Santa, honey, one thing I really need, some weed, and wind his naked body next to mine. Santa baby, hurry down my chimney tonight. Santa cutie, fill my stocking with the leather-bound text on wild sex. What can I ask for next? Santa sweetie, hurry down my chimney tonight. Let 'em aim their big erection, ooh, in Miss Russell's direction. Sex with him would be perfection. Ooh, I really give good affection. Santa baby, I forgot to mention one little thing, a wedding ring. Santa baby, hurry down my chimney tonight. Come on, move it, you old goat. Hurry down my chimney tonight, tonight, down my chimney tonight. Come on, baby, bring it to me.
Yay!
That is as old as the hills.
And Eileen said if she were a lesbian, she'd be coming.
Why is that? Oh, because of the voice. You know, back in I performed that, I think, in 1962 or 3, maybe 61. And back in 1962, that was shocking. It was so risque, especially when I say, let him aim that big erection in Miss Russell's direction. Oh my God, they started screaming and banging on the tables and laughing like I was a dirty little pig. But now, of course, it's mild and silly. But it's a cute little ditty, and I wrote it myself because I was going to a Toys for Tots party at the Townhouse in New York City, and they wanted me to sing a Christmas song. And I just thought my character, Sexy Jane Russell, can't do jingle bells unless I could jingle my bells, you know. And I didn't think that was becoming. So I rewrote Santa Baby, and everybody in the room just was shocked and silent.
Actually, though, 50 years ago, that's shocking.
Well, yeah, I guess some of the lyrics are, I mean, like, I don't know what is shocking anymore. I'm going to look at the lyrics now. There's nothing that's shocking. I'd like a guy 6'3" under the tree. Who wouldn't? Think of all the sex I've missed. Well, that could
Think of all the fellers I've kissed.
Think of all the fellas I haven't kissed.
Oh, I haven't kissed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he should hang about 10. What? That's not a lot. I've been an angel all year. That part maybe got a couple of people spinning because they never saw 10. And they wish they did. But Santa honey, one thing I really need, some weed pot and wine. His naked body.
Did
next
they have
to
weed
mine.
back then?
Of course we had weed. What do you think? That weed before us?
No.
They had weed in my mother's day in the 1920s. They were all dope addicts in silent movie. Santa Cutie, fill my stocking with the leather-bound text of wild sex. That's not bad. This is the part. Let him aim his big erection in Miss Russell's direction. Sex with him would be perfection. I give real good affection. Double entendre on that one. And then, of course, I made it all beautiful by saying, Santa Baby, I forgot to mention one little thing, a wedding ring. So what she's really saying is she's not a tramp. She just wants a husband that's 6'3", blue-eyed, and hung like a mule. So, you know, I don't know too many women that wouldn't wish for that on Christmas. I know Eileen would.
She says you're a 10.
Eileen, stop it. We don't. I'm not a 10. God forbid. That would kill anybody. But
Anyway.
I know Eileen would love a guy 6'3", eyes are blue, and hanging 10.
You gotta love it. What are you gonna do? Anyway, actually, Dave Hughes wrote "Laugh Out Loud" user. I don't know what part that was in the song, so that must have been in there someplace. So anyway, what's up, everybody? It's Christmas is coming. I hope everybody's having a good holiday season. And
we had a very nice Hanukkah. Our candles are somewhere. Where are my candles?
Right.
Oh, behind Jimmy.
Behind me, that's our
we should have.
candles.
I'm going to light them for the party because it's a Hanukkah Christmas party, and we have a guest coming. She's an elderly lady, and she's very Jewish and very religious, and she was hesitant on coming to a Christmas party.
So we told her it's a Hanukkah Christmas party.
Well, it is a Hanukkah Christmas party because Hanukkah and Christmas always fall together. So for all of you half Jews out there, you know,
or whole Jews.
or whole Jews. I mean, I have it for respect for my father because he was Jewish. So, I light it for him. Although he hated it. He hated Judaism. He hated Catholicism. My father hated religion. My father believed in the sun and the planets and the climate, nature. Nature was God, he always used to say. But anyway, towards the end of his life, he got religious. Most people do before they die. They want to play it on the safe side, just in case.
You gotta love it. So we want to give a shout out to Stefan's in the chat room. Or no, not in the chat room, but he's listening on an iPad, I think now.
Hey,
so what's up, Steph?
Hi,
Steph and Tina. Tina's back now from Belize, and hope she had a good time.
Yeah,
and
Belize,
all is good.
Belize is a pretty place.
I've never been there. Have you been to Belize?
No, but I've seen pictures.
Okay.
It's pretty.
Where's your favorite place you've ever been?
My favorite Macy's bathroom at 9 o'clock at night. No.
That was terrible. Chad
was
starts
funny.
laughing. Chad's quiet the whole time. He laughs with that one.
At the famous glory hole.
Yeah.
No, that's not true. God forbid. But no, my favorite place in the world has got to be two places. Le Cove Nord-Est in Genoa, which is in Liguria on the ocean. It's the most magnificent nightclub I have ever been to in my life. It apparently was a castle that was bombed out during the war, and they left it all broken with open ceilings and pieces of concrete all over, and they decorated it with plants and lighting and tables, and it's on a cliff overlooking the Mediterranean Sea. And you could dive off the cliff and swim if you want, and then come back up and eat. And I love that. La Cove Nord-Est, it's called. And the other place, of course, is Monaco.
Like Monaco.
The
I've
south
been there.
of France. I'm crazy about Monaco. I'm crazy about where Grace Kelly was and Prince Rainier. Beautiful places. Also,
I would have
wait,
appreciated that better.
Not finished. I also like Taormina in Sicily. Taormina is a beautiful seaport city in Sicily. Europe, to me, is really probably the most civilized, the most beautiful place to go. The food's excellent. The clothing is fabulous. They're very modern. They're very high-tech in Europe now. It's not like it was after it was bombed. In many ways, they're superior to us. Their trains are magnificently gorgeous, not like ours. All their buses are beautiful. They really keep their cities clean. We could learn a lot now from Europe, I think, and other countries, because New York is getting dirty again, and we need a different mayor. You know what I'd like for that girl to be the mayor, the actress from Sex and the City.
She lost. Oh, well, she lost whatever she ran for.
Oh, she did.
She ran for a something senator or something.
Yeah, well, that's because she's an actress and she's gay. Of course. I think she had good political ideas. But New York City needs a good mayor again to clean it up, get those people off of Fifth Avenue that are selling crap on the street, which ruins the beautiful stores. People go to 57th Street and Fifth Avenue and Madison Avenue to walk the streets and look at the gorgeous clothing and beautiful things that they can't afford. But at least you can enjoy looking at them. But now with all those vendors and the smell of sausages and falafel and whatever, it's like, the bazaar in Casablanca. And I don't think it's dignified, and New York has lost its style and class.
Okay, Eileen's leaving, so she says goodbye.
Goodbye, Eileen. Where's she going?
She's going to meet with Rachel and go to that thing with Ice-T.
At this hour? Oh, it's 3 o'clock.
Yeah, she got to take the train in and everything like that. So
have a good time, Eileen.
So anyway, oh no, I was going to say, I probably would have appreciated Monaco a lot more now that I know you, because I didn't know Princess Grace. I didn't know any of that stuff, or Audrey Hepburn, or whatever, all those people.
I adored Grace Kelly.
I didn't know anything about her.
I've never met her. But as a young boy, before I knew I was gay, I guess, I knew I was hiding, whatever the hell I was. I pictured marrying Grace Kelly one day. She was my ideal woman. And it turns out my daughter Leslie looks like a Grace Kelly. She's been compared to Grace Kelly when she was young. So I guess I got Grace Kelly in the form of my daughter. But when I was in Monaco, I loved seeing the history of Grace Kelly, and she lived a very horrible life there. She wasn't happy. The marriage wasn't good. She stayed because of political reasons. She was very good friends with Cary Grant. Cary Grant has told a few people stories about Grace there, almost being imprisoned, almost being a victim of a prison by her husband. And she really wanted to be back in America. And tragically, she went up to Saint Ange, which is up in the mountains, a resort. And coming back, she and her daughter, they claim, were having a fight. And they said the daughter was driving, not Grace. And the daughter went off the cliff, killing Grace Kelly. So now we don't know what story is true, but Hollywood, they switch everything around.
I just got a recipe for clam dip. Terry sent it to me.
Oh, good. I need that recipe. I what do you call it? I called her and asked her for it.
Okay. Anyway, so here's what we're going to do, you guys. Say, Chad.
Hi, Captain.
So we're going to call Revolushn. When we're calling them, we'll play Weird Little Mind. And then when they're on, we're going to play their new music video for Little Red Dolls.
Sounds like a plan.
So everybody, we're getting ready to call our guest Revolushn. Noah and Olga are coming on. While we're calling them, this is their cool video that I love. It's called Weird Little Mind. So enjoy it, everybody, and we'll see you back in a minute.
I got it, 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 I got it.
I'm
Fellas, there you go.
Yay! That was Weird Little Mind by Rockstar's Revolution. And I think they're there. Let's see if we can hear them. You guys say something.
We're here. We
Hello.
can see you. Hello.
Yay! All right, everybody. Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, the incredible Noah and Olga Perry from Revolution. Hello and welcome to the show.
You guys look really comfortable.
We are.
We are. And you look like when I took Betty Davis to lunch at Les Moustache. Right now she had sunglasses like that and a hat like that.
Really?
So you could be Betty Davis now.
You could also be the male Cruella DeVille.
I could have Betty Davis eyes and you wouldn't know it.
Yeah, because we can't see it.
But no, seriously, Betty looked like that, and her hair was kind of like that too. No one color, the one color. But you look sensational. You always do. You look like a real rocker, a true rocker, not like the jerks of today. They look like porno rockers.
That's right.
You look like a
porno,
music-
like porno
They do.
rockers.
They look
Porno
like they're rocking in porn. And of course, seated next to you is probably the best thing that's ever happened to you, better than music or your voice, is your beautiful, lovely wife Olga, who, if I was straight, I would steal from you in a minute. Of course, I'm totally crazy in love with her. Olga is what. And honey, I wish you were coming to our party Friday. I only wish you had a private jet and you could fly down and hop into the party.
You would like. Love
I really
it.
love
Look at the big
Olga.
bottle of wine. I mean, look at the big. How big is that glass? Does it just look really big, or is it really big?
It's pretty big.
Thirsty.
Listen to him, it's pretty big.
Yeah, that's good.
I
That's good.
freaking love it.
Ron,
Getting back to
Wait, he's gonna say something.
yeah, hey, did you ever notice how much I sound like Frank Sinatra?
Absolutely. And Peggy Lee combined.
That's right.
And Olga's got her Revolution jacket on, everybody,
I
which we
know.
saw last week at a benefit in wherever the hell we were.
We were
Where was that?
Olga Revolution performed at the fire benefit we had for the fires of the people of Agora
Hills, that's where
Agora
it was.
Hills, California. And when we were in the green room, of course, I'm with Olga because she's the only one I really care to be with because I enjoy her so much. And I got her to talk to me about Russia again, and I love her Russia stories. I just cry and I laugh from them because she's turned a negative into a positive and made it very funny. And I know she's writing a book, and when it's out, I'm going to scream about it and tell everybody they've got to buy it because it's probably going to be the most sarcastically funny, fabulous.
Oh, I thought she was doing a picture book.
No,
Of her art.
No, she's.
That's a sci-fi story based on my life.
Okay. Oh, I love it.
It's gonna history both of your countries, my country when I grew up, and your country when he grew up, and how we crawl to each other through all this shit and crap on the planet, how we met, and everything's gonna be very spiritual, moral, love, history, everything.
I love it.
And illustration gonna be my paintings. So paintings are not the cause of that book.
Right. Got it. They'll just be part of it.
Well, she did a portrait of one of the guys in the band,
Yeah.
and his dog. Wait a minute, the portrait is beautiful. She's quite an artist. She really can draw, paint, and whatever. I think
Which
my
we should
dog
tell
is eating
people.
the drapes now. Brandy,
Hang on. What's the website for your art?
StudioOlga.com.
That's it. I knew it was that. Okay. I remember that. I realized. So if you want to see awesome art, go to StudioOlga.com and check it out. You can also go to Revolushn.com, but they don't spell revolution like normal. It's REVOLUSHN, and you can find out about their music. In a few minutes, we're going to play their brand new music video for their new single, Little Red Dolls. And
but what would they do normal? They're not normal. I mean, I wouldn't want them to do anything normal. I love them both the way they are. These two, by the way, happen to be exceptionally great people who I care for a great deal. And the Betty Davis lookalike is a very sweet guy who's very talented. And he's married to Olga.
Wanted to thank you for driving all the way over there to see us. That was awesome.
Well, we went also for Tiki Epson. because Kiki Epson, her ranch that's Buddy Epson's daughter, almost burnt down, and the people around it. So we wanted to go there and help raise funds for all of these unfortunate people.
And Aaron Paul flew in from New York.
Right.
So originally we were going to see you guys, and then all these other people started getting involved.
But I enjoyed the green room with the Olga. I can't.
But we didn't get home till 3:30 in the morning. It was a long night.
Olga and I really have a fun conversation. We feed each other insanity, and it comes back as total humor. But I mean, I love when she found out she was Jewish. That was the story I loved the most.
I love your story, how you keep your youthful pace.
Yeah, what do I do? I forgot.
Show it here. You splash something on your face, and I don't want to continue.
Oh, that was it. That's really not true, but it's a joke. I said it to some. Oh, I think I said it. Daniel is coming to our party Friday, so he's going to be quite a sensation when Daniel comes in with his long white
Daniel was
hair.
the guy that was there with the long blonde hair.
The sexy, beautiful guy.
Yeah.
I was teasing him about it, and he's the one that started it with cum facials.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, he definitely doesn't like that.
No.
So wait, did you guys have fun at the whole thing? First of all, it was fun to see you guys with a whole band playing. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that a lot, and I got some great pictures and video from it. And so we shared it in social media. That was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed meeting Don Most. That's the guy from Happy Days, just because he was on our show before and we've never met him. And Leslie Easterbrook from the Police Academy movies, which she was on our show in our very first year, but it wasn't video then, so we had never seen her. And then we met the guy from A Family Affair. What was his name?
Oh, he played a little boy. His name is
Buffy.
You're asking me.
Huh?
I don't know the name, but Buffy's what he played, right?
Buffy.
Yeah,
was what
Buffy. Yeah.
I'm brain dead. What do I remember?
He was such a nice guy, so it was really cool to meet him. And I can't believe I forgot his name. That's totally retarded.
It's like 3 names.
Yeah, it's Chad. You got his name? Look on IMDb.
1 second.
We'll see. And then who else did we meet?
Very nice. We met a lot of celebrities were there. A lot of people were there. Everybody.
Salvador. The guy from the Scarface and stuff that was in the picture with all of us. That was a good picture. I like that picture
Johnny
a lot.
Whitaker?
What's his name, Chad?
Johnny Whitaker?
Yeah, Johnny Whitaker. So we met Johnny Whitaker now, and he looks kind of like Colonel Sanders from the Kentucky Fried Chicken guy. And he was also Tarzan. He was like Boy in Tarzan back in the day, and he was in Sigmund and the Sea Monsters. He was in all kinds of stuff from my childhood.
Wow.
Which was fun.
You had a childhood?
Hey,
Of course I had.
Jimmy, who was that red-haired girl that sang with the house band? Was that
I have no.
Donna
I have,
Ducci?
I don't know, because she was supposed to be there.
Who?
Gretchen Bonaducci.
Yeah, that girl. I was kind of looked at her because I liked her hair, and then I noticed she almost seemed nervous, and but then she got up there and she had a really good voice.
Yeah, she had the house band actually was pretty good.
Oh yeah,
The one guy in the house band had a great voice.
yeah.
The one guy.
Bass player.
Yes. Yeah, that guy. He had a great voice. When he was singing Journey or somebody or Foreigner or somebody, it was really good. And then one of the guys that performed was on Team Adam on The Voice 2 seasons ago. And I don't know. There was just a lot of fun people. It was fun. It was a nice club.
Oh,
you know, coming from New York and going to all the clubs in New York that are about a 50th of the size that hold 50 people, to going into that place that hold 2,000 people. I was like, oh my God, this place is really big.
Yeah.
It would have looked like a lot of people were there if we would have been in New York.
I know. Would have been packed, right?
Yeah, it would have been packed. But it really was fun though. It was a really nice club though, and I think that it would be a cool club to be in. And somebody told me they shot Churchill, or somebody said they shot part of one of his films in there.
Probably.
It was a nice club though. I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot.
Does anybody out there have a dog that eats Christmas ornaments off the tree? I mean, she's got a mouthful again. What have you got in your mouth now, Brent?
We have rescue dogs. They eat
Come
everything.
here.
They
Put
just eat
pepper on.
everything.
Or
What are you gonna do?
salsa.
Put
So,
red pepper. Put the red flag pepper in the water. Mix it and put it over anything she chews, and she never gonna touch it.
red paper?
Pepper.
Oh, pepper.
Don't you
Okay.
understand Russian?
No, I thought she said paper. Well, I was thinking, Christmas stuff, so Christmas paper and stuff like that. Can you guys see her? Oh no, you can't see her anyway.
She's looking at the TV. She's looking at the monitor.
She's looking at the monitor. All right, so here's what we're going to do real quick. First
Stop
of all,
eating.
we have to do some congratulations, everybody. So Pure M is a huge Irish magazine, and it's a music magazine, and they did their first annual Pure M United States 2018 Music Awards, and I'm going to announce the winners real quick because they haven't done all the releases for the magazines yet, but Best USA Solo Artist is David Martinez. Best Song is Loretta Hagen, Where Are the Rainbows? Best Album is Jeffrey Gaines, All Right. Best Video is Shay Calvo by American High. And Best USA Band is Revolushn! Fuck yeah, baby! Yay! Which is very, very exciting.
See that? You got an award. I'm so happy.
And the people, and I think everybody likes Weird Little Mind, because even in the chat room, you guys, when we played Weird Little Mind just now, like everybody was like loving it, and they were like, it's very Bowie-esque, and I mean, you guys are getting a lot of good compliments and comparisons, because really, there's nobody out there that's like you now, and all the little young shit bands, nobody plays cool shit like that.
Yeah, I guess so.
Olga's so conservative today. How come?
She's got a hangover.
No, I think usually it's when you
I got an award in the morning.
Yeah.
I got an award in the morning from the city, which never ever let me go in their galleries. Now they give me an award as the best artist of the year.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Congratulations. That should make you happy. $40 years later.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Hey, listen.
Hey, better late than never.
That's right.
Those fuckers tried to steal her paintings. They would they just treated us, or especially her, like it was like, oh, you know.
Yeah.
And
crazy.
But
like
I gotta
crazy.
say, she's a lot better now than she was then.
Yeah, but I'm glad they did finally.
Yeah.
So you're getting recognized for all your endeavors. The band's getting recognition. Your art's getting recognition. Are they going to let you show stuff in a gallery there now?
I'm not going to their gallery because I asked them like 3-4 times, and they said we can't exhibit that. We can't. I said why? They said people think you take a lot of drugs.
Why is that?
Because their art's actually, I don't think your art looks like it's like people are on drugs. It's some of it's very like futuristic science fiction-y looking, but it's fabulous art. Like you should just tell them to go suck it.
But you know what? Fuck them. Let them come begging, right?
Absolutely,
That's
let them
right.
come begging.
Right? Look at this now.
That's what he does to me. He gets mad at me, and then if I want sexy, he makes me beg for it.
Oh, Ron.
That's so not true. He fantasizes this kind of shit. I mean, I married a schizo wacko nut job.
Oh, yeah.
I want you to know the man's not all balanced. He's really not all balanced.
Yeah, I'm not all balanced.
Jimmy has a way of making a situation the way he would like it to be, but not as it is. So if you argue with Jimmy, and let's say he calls you a jerk, and then you call him a bigger jerk, he'll turn around and say, well, you called me a jerk first, which is not true. He called you a jerk. So he's one of those.
I don't ever call him a jerk.
No, you wouldn't dare. I'd punch you right through a window.
You know what, Ron? You guys look a lot more relaxed now that you're in California. Like you were kind of uptight and cold in fucking Pennsylvania.
He hated
I was
Pennsylvania.
suicidal, baby. I was suicidal.
He hated Pennsylvania.
No,
It was terrible.
I cried so much. I missed my New York friends. I missed my Palm Springs friends. I missed my happy life of adventure and interviewing and going. Living in Pennsylvania, I told you, the only thing I did was drive behind tractors and plows and farmers, and it was just, I mean, it's good for those people, but don't put show people in Pennsylvania in where the fuck we live, wherever the hell that was.
We lived in the
woods. You know,
we had to drive to New York, like when we came to see you guys, meet you guys when you were in New York, but that was like almost a 2-hour drive, just like we do go to LA now, but
yeah, but it's beautiful. We lived in a very beautiful Doylestown is very beautiful. Yeah. I must tell you, woods, the terrain, the hills, the homes, the covered bridges, and the stone.
But it's super duper anti-homo. They don't like homos.
Yeah, you know what they say about Pennsylvania? It's New York and Chicago or New York and Pittsburgh with Alabama in between.
I could understand that.
I can understand
They call
that
them
one too.
Pensatuckians.
Yeah.
And that's a bad word I found out. But living in Pennsylvania is great if you are an average person who just goes to work and watches television and has a big beer belly.
What's that movie? That's that movie with the dangling banjos. Deliverance. It's kind of like Deliverance.
Well, I don't say
in certain areas. We would go to certain areas and it was very deliverance-y.
Yeah, but the people are kind and they're
they're nice.
And they're like, farmers that bring pumpkin pies to each other. Shit like that.
Yeah, but we're fucking performers. We're not Swiss, train conductors.
Well,
no, absolutely.
You know what I used to say to Jimmy all the time, and I hope people don't think I'm a name dropper or a snob or a show-off, but I used to cry and say, Mr. Blackwell and Jane Russell would never come visit us here. All my friends that I miss so much. And it was, a very hard time for me. And we had trouble selling our house, so we had to be there. And every year it got worse, and that's why I wasn't happy there. No, I wasn't.
We did. The only thing that was happy about there was like when we went to New York and we could see Eileen and Aaron and Billy Hess and everybody. That was fun. Yeah. We enjoyed that.
And my friend Teresa. And everybody else. But that was a schlep, a big long journey. And now it's better.
Yeah, to get to Eileen's house from where we lived, it's like almost 4 hours. It was like a huge drive.
Right.
We would do it all the time. We would do it all the time because there was nothing to do in Pennsylvania.
And I'm a New York City boy. I was born in the city. I was raised in the city. So, I know from subways and buses and running across the road before the cars hit you, that kind of thing. In Pennsylvania, there are no cars on the road. They're plows.
And it's freaking cold. You got to admit, the weather here is fabulous. We were in L.A. 5 times last week for 5. We went to the benefit. We went to 2 premieres and 2 red carpets. And
meanwhile, it's your interview and we're doing all the talking. Come on, move it, the both of you. Let's hear. Seriously, Jimmy and I are running this whole interview. It's like nobody gives a shit about us. They want to hear about you.
Okay, so somebody tell us the concept behind the new song because we're going to play the video for everybody. It's called Little Red Dolls. It's got one of the coolest single covers for a song I've ever seen ever. So one of you guys take the realm and tell us a little bit about Little Red Dolls.
Well, let's start with her. I'll say with the cover, I just had an idea that I told her. That's how, and then she can tell you about all the rest.
Yeah, he told me, he showed me the images and he told me the story, and it was easy because before I have to think about everything myself, the story, the costumes, the characters, blah, blah, blah. This time he said, I want this, and that. I said, yes, okay. And it was done in a week.
There you go. That part I like. And so tell people what the song's about so when they see the video, they'll have a little idea.
It's about a little girl who represents everybody, anybody. And she got some fears when she was young. And she grew up a little bit and she recognized the fear. She come back to this horror place where it was. And she won at the end. But the end is indefinite.
The end is on what?
Undefined.
Undefined.
Oh, undefined. Okay. Okay, so hey, Chad.
Now that little girl was you, right?
It's just any. No,
it could be anybody. It could be anybody, right?
So a friend of ours wrote that song, Jackie Petrovic, and so that song is from 1984. That's when she wrote the lyrics. And then I was in a band with her back then, and we learned it. We were a band that did, real high-end top 40 big show stuff and some originals, and that was one of our originals. But we never recorded it. We played it a couple times and never recorded it. And then her and I found each other on the internet and started talking. And the first thing she said was, "Do you remember Little Red Dolls?" And I was like, "Fuck, I remember the music. I don't remember the lyrics." A week later, she sent me the lyrics. She found them. And from 1984, she saved that, the handwritten lyrics.
Was it new music or the same music?
It's Who remembers?
Well, 1984, you're talking, that's like 94, that's 30-something years, 34 years ago. That's a freaking long time.
That's how long they're together. They found
not these two.
No, they found each other online.
I know, but they haven't been. No, he's talking about the person who wrote the song 34
No, I know
years
that,
ago.
but I'm talking about them.
How long have you guys been together again? I know you've told us that
About
before.
30-something
20
years.
years.
Yeah.
Oh,
20
20
years.
20 years, okay. And they met on a dating site.
Right.
AOL, Love on AOL it was called. And
Love on AOL.
So you see, people
shows you how fucking long ago that was.
people don't only use it for sex; they use it for marriage too. Look at Olga. She set her claws out. She knew what she was doing. She's
No,
no
we were
dummy.
using it for sex, for sure. Yeah, to fall in love.
Yeah, the marriage was an accident.
That's hilarious. Hey, Chad.
You bet.
Chad, do you have little red dolls?
I do.
All right, so no, one of you guys introduce the song. We're going to play the video for everybody.
You.
Okay, this is Little Red Dolls by Revolushn, and it's our newest single, part of the new album that's going to come out in soon, called Wake. But this
Yay.
is Red Dolls.
Silver lights racing on the walls, lightning on the window, little red doors. Footsteps underneath bed. The clock strikes 5 every time it's strong enough. That's when they come alive. I look with my imagination. Feel like every shelf on the wall. Red doors. China white and black hair, little painted eyes. They're watching every move I make, especially at night. I swear, little lady, everyone agrees she's spending so much time alone. Where could it be? Well, I could
you go. Revolushn, Little Red Dolls.
65.
Hey, everybody. So that was
Wow.
Revolushn, Little Red Dolls, available now. And if you plug in Little Red Dolls on YouTube, you can watch the video. And no, like you don't get enough credit for being a fucking badass motherfucking guitar player, dude.
What kind of language? This is a Christmas time. Don't curse like that.
Easy.
Meanwhile,
Players.
That was, I mean, that is really badass, all that guitar.
and I
He's rocking.
can't believe that it's just rubber bands on a cigar box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Well,
Like you've been playing guitar like a really long time though, right?
since I was
Born.
no, I was
Yeah.
like 5.
5.
Yeah, because you really can play a guitar, boy. That was fabulous.
So now, what do you call that? Because I call it psych rock or rock, and he said it's heavy metal, but I don't consider that heavy metal. Do you
Nah.
consider that heavy metal?
Not really, because the vocals are more poppy, you know. But I know what Ron means. I mean, I did that on purpose to make it crank. You know, I thought, well, but you know what? When we were listening to it, we heard a little phasing. Did you? I saw, Ron, you pulled your earphones out. Did you hear that too?
No, I don't want to damage my ears, what's left of them. So if you remember at the affair we were at, I stuck paper napkins in my ears. If you
Yeah.
remember, I was walking around because the ear doctor said to me, I mean, you have got to be deaf by now. If not, you're on your way. Because
Right.
most...
I hear better now. You know why? Because I'm a studio musician and I have to train myself to hear certain frequencies. You can do that. So in a sense, my range might be a little smaller, but I'm better at hearing.
Well, I don't have too much high frequency. I hear very well low. Bass sounds.
That's a
High
main thing.
Hmm?
When for male producers, you always have to compensate because you won't hear the highs. Well,
And also I have that, what's it called, tinnitus or some shit.
Tinnitus.
Tinnitus with the whistling in my ears, so it's hard to do. Anyway, I'm trying to protect the ears that I have left. That's why my message is to all the young kids out there who drive in their cars with these boom boxes built in, and the car is vibrating. And my very good friend Teresa, her daughter-in-law, is a doctor, ear doctor, and she said these kids, when they're 30, will be probably sound deaf. They won't hear well because they're really wrecking their eardrums.
yeah, anything over 150 decibels, and it's.
Oh, some of these cars, I mean, they got the wheels bouncing and the thing going.
I used to
And-
have one of those cars.
Yeah, I figured.
I had a 1975 Pontiac Granville convertible with the fucking big bass thing in the back, and I would go bouncing around listening to loud hip hop.
And I drove a beautiful white Corvette convertible, and I drove around with Johnny Mathis playing.
Johnny Mathis
All
playing.
the time, all the new ways she's trying to kill me.
Oh, how are the new ways she's trying to kill you?
Okay.
She's given me this stuff.
No, something's up with my Alga.
No, we know about the snake stuff that you did already. That you told us about the snake stuff.
Frog's-
My Alga's not herself. I
Yeah.
think he beat her up before they went on the show. Did he hit
She's
you?
tired. They had sex before
Wait.
the show, so she's
Did he
tired.
did he hit you, Olga? Did he mistreat you?
No, I just looking at you.
She's looking at you.
I just looked at you both.
I really love you. And I love the husband too. He's okay, but I love you more. But I wish that you guys could have been Friday at our party. It would have been so perfect.
Well, maybe we'll fly down there. You know,
Would you? What a surprise that would be. 7:00. We have a gang coming. Please come. I would be absolutely out of my mind with happiness if you guys showed up.
There's
I
an
really do.
there.
Palm Springs Airport.
Yeah, we have a big
A
airport.
small one, just a little south of that I used to fly to all the time.
Oh yeah, there is a small one. Yes,
Yeah, how far is that from your house?
We live
the
2 minutes.
airport, like really close.
We're like 10 minutes, not even from the airport.
But not the big one. That little. I forgot the name of it.
I have no idea.
It's not far. It's
Yeah,
not
I
far.
have- and
Do you
I-
fly? Can you actually fly a plane?
Yeah,
Can you really?
yeah. We used to have one.
Oh my God, that's
Well,
cool as
fly
shit.
down for the party.
Oh, fly down.
That
and,
would be so sensational.
and I'll come
I
pick
would
you
be-
up.
I would be so happy.
You can rent a plane. There's the local airport rents me planes.
Can
when I
we
want.
can we land on your backyard?
It's
I
not
don't-
big
I don't
enough,
think
and there's
so.
dog shit in the way. So
Oh,
From the two
we'll
dogs.
on that stuff.
Jimmy just describes our home wonderfully, doesn't he? Just sounds.
Now we have a beautiful home with dog shit, and here's dog hair.
Don't put it on the coffee table.
Oh,
You are one pig.
I want to pick it up. I don't want it on the nice carpet. We just changed the carpet.
I'm going to have her cut down. You know, our little girl, she's a mop, and her hair just falls out now in clumps. Clumps. I could make a mattress out of her hair. But we love it.
But you guys should come. We have a whole
We
bunch
have
of
a
people
lot of
coming, and you're going to
interesting-
know a lot of them.
Daniel's coming with the white hair. Churchill's coming.
A whole bunch of like celebrities from
lot of
that have been on our show before are coming. that we're
everybody
friends with.
that's here practically, except for a few our audience, the rest are in the business, and we have 25 people coming. So there's a lot of people in the business coming.
It'll be fun.
It'll be a lot of fun. I
You
would
guys
love
would
it.
enjoy it. And then you're going on vacation soon, right? Aren't you guys going on a vacation?
Yeah, to Machu Picchu.
My dad climbed Machu Picchu.
I want to go
Did he?
too.
Yeah, he went all the way to the top when he was like in his late 50s.
You know, my ancient alien relatives built that.
They were telling me about that.
No, it's true. All of our ancient. She's laughing, Olga. You agreed with me.
Are you Indian?
What?
Are you Indian? How come we build it up?
Oh no, I'm not, I'm from originally from Mars. We're extraterrestrial. We're the aliens that came down and taught those people. They didn't know their asses from their elbow. They did everything with pottery. When you go there, you will learn the history of how they built that. You can't even get a credit card in the cracks of the stones. That's how precision they were laser cut. You can't chisel that. So all of those stones that are in Machu Picchu were laser done. They didn't have laser back then. And we definitely had an alien civilization here before our civilization. Don't forget, planet Earth didn't start with Moses. It was millions of years, billions of years before.
Do you guys ever watch Ancient Aliens? That's Ron's like favorite show. Ancient Aliens and the Curse of Oak Island are his two favorite shows.
No, Curse of Oak Island, I am never going to watch again.
He says that
because
every week.
They started every week. It's the same shit over and over again. The same scenes, the same photography, because they have no show. So they make believe they have a show. They give you 1 minute of they found a piece of shit in the grass, a little star, a little stone, supposed to be from 700 years ago. That doesn't turn me on. I've been to Pompeii. You know, I've seen stuff in Pompeii that knock your eyes out of your head. So anyway, I think Oak Island stinks.
Hang on, as Psyche rock stars. Oh, wait, you guys don't watch TV though, right? You told us that last time. You don't watch TV. Do you watch movies?
Yeah. Hey, we
What
just Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, wasn't that awesome?
Loved it.
Oh God, it was so good.
I loved it.
I hope that guy wins the Academy Award, Rami Malek. I hope he
He
wins.
was sensational. He was, for a new guy out, one-timer, boy, was he great. Boy, was he an actor. And was the story nice.
He's not a new time out though.
No, but Jimmy, to be out in a part like that, he's never played anything quite like. I read a big review about him.
Yeah.
And he's never played anything but crappy roles. You know, like Hello, How Are You?
No, that's not true.
He's never done.
He's got an Emmy Award for his TV show.
But that doesn't compare to what he played here. See,
Yeah, it was great.
Why am I married to this Jatrul next to me?
I know, but he's
Really?
not like a nobody.
Did you ever stop one day, Olga, and
he's
say,
a-
why are you married to
He's
your
a
husband?
super famous television star who made a big screen debut in the
Did
lead
you
in
ever?
the film.
He wants
That's
to
all.
compare a television show to his performance in the movie. It doesn't even come close. Television is corny. Television is garbage. That film was great. He did a
I
performance.
hope he wins.
He did a performance. I thought it was really a Queen.
I mean, he looked just like Freddie Mercury, didn't he?
I thought it was him the whole film. I didn't think it was an actor.
He was believable, which is hard for someone to portray someone so famous, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And he studied him. And in the article I read, he stayed in character. He never left character.
Really?
Yeah, at the break.
He had some kind of implants to get that look, too.
Well,
Yeah.
no, not implants, but a
That was
snap-on denture.
Yeah, he had
But
snap-on dentures.
even when he went to lunch, he was the character, Freddie. He never left the character the entire time he filmed that film. He went home as the character. And that's what a great actor does. But I think if he doesn't get if that other Jatrul gets it, that creature from that stupid
So did you
Star
guys?
is Born.
Did you guys see A Star Is Born?
Uh,
Ron hated it. Did you see A
100
Star Is
times.
Born?
I've seen 50 of them.
Well, I thought it was better than the Streisand one, except
No.
the singing.
Except the singing.
It wasn't better than the Streisand one, simply because
But
when he died in the auto crash, I felt terrible for Streisand because I could feel her sorrow of her husband dying. But when this other idiot goes and commits suicide, I don't feel sorry for him. He died. He killed himself. Fuck him. And Lady Gaga cannot act. I love her as a performer. She's one of my favorite people. But no, she shouldn't get an Academy Award. What did she do? She walked through it. She looked like a stupid Italian on red wine. I mean, she just, And he was like so full of himself with that voice that he had to talk like this.
Yeah, but I didn't. You know what? I thought Chris Christopherson sucked in the first movie. Being a musician. You didn't fucking act like that. You don't play like that and be on stage like that. It was a total fraud to me. And at least this one was more realistic when they were being musicians to me, right?
But I bring in the old man in with the every other fuck was said about 100,000 times. It got irritating after a while. The word fuck is only good if you use it once in a while for an effect.
Fucking right.
But when you use it over and over and over and over again, it becomes an annoyance. It's no longer a point. I use curses to make a point. I don't curse just for the glory of the curse.
I thought
the photography was dreadful in spite of what Churchill said. I don't like those 1-second cameras flying all over because they make me vomit. I mean, nauseous with that spinning around crap. The singing was nothing terrific. I didn't feel the great love between them. And that thing where they were sitting on the curb and gabbing, I went to sleep a little bit. At least Streisand, I don't care for her much either because she's a bitch and not a nice person. Yeah. But talent-wise, I love her. I love her performances. I don't think I'd ever want to interview her or be her friend because I think I would find her not a nice person.
I was in the studio with her once, just as a sort of a gopher, and she was awful. Even who the producer was a famous guy, I can't remember, but I was just getting coffee and shit because I wanted to be there. And she did a couple of takes, and the producer said, let's do this one. She goes, shut up, you motherfucker. I know when I'm done. And she walked out.
Oh,
really?
Shit.
Well, she's a class act. Lainey Kazan is a good friend of mine, and Lainey told me, which we wrote about in Celebrity Cafe, that Lainey Kazan was her understudy, and Barbra Streisand never missed a performance. Well, this one night, Barbra Streisand was very, very ill, and she wasn't able to make the performance. So Lainey Kazan called her friends, the press, everybody to come and watch her do Funny Girl. Well, when Barbara got wind of this, Barbara went on the stage and sang and made a fool out of Lainey Kazan. And you don't do that, Well, the truth of the matter is, and I wrote this in the article, and this is the truth, Barbra Streisand sings at you. Lainey Kazan sings to you.
Yeah.
And that's it. And I love Lainey's voice. She's got a hell of a voice. You know who Lainey Kazan is, anyway? You don't even know who she is.
She doesn't.
I don't know anybody.
Oh, because they don't watch movies, so you can't say, did you see her in this movie?
Right. Well,
did you ever see My Big Fat Greek Wedding? She plays the mom in My Big Fat Greek Wedding. Okay.
Yeah, and Lainey, I know Lainey 20-something, maybe 25 or 26 years, and Lainey was primarily a singer. And when she was a young girl, she was some piece of ass, let me tell you. She had a body on her with those gigantic jugs. She had boobs that were huge with a little waist. Gorgeous girl. She dated Frank Sinatra for 3 months. And in the interview, she said, let's not discuss Frank. So I thought, okay.
So here's what I thought, though. Because I actually enjoyed The New Star is Born, even though I don't like it as much as the Barbra Streisand one. But it really only had one good part for me, and that's when she first goes out and sings.
Oh, yeah.
She's in concert, and she goes out and she sings that song. Like, I've watched that on YouTube like 100 times, because that to me was really the only good part of the film. Like, and I've watched it over and over because the song is great. The whole thing about the way they shot it, I thought was great.
It wasn't a sensitive movie. When Streisand sang Evergreen, you could feel the love and the pain she had for her husband's killing himself in the car, whether it was intentional or not.
No, I agree with that.
They never established it.
At the new one, I didn't want to cry at the end, but at the Barbra Streisand one, I was kind of crying at the end. But I'm not a musician, so like from your perspective, it's different.
Wait a minute. I was going to put together a benefit for AIDS for my foundation, which is Have a Heart. And I said to Jane Russell, the real Jane Russell, would you come on stage in the show? I'll be dressed as Jane, and I'll do my song, and then I'll say, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Jane Russell, and then I'll walk off the stage. And she said, oh, no, you will not walk off the stage. You will stay there with me. And I thought, how generous and how wonderful was that? But he was not generous with Lady Gaga, because at the end of the film, when Gaga was delivering her sensitivity and her sadness,
The last song, that last song.
He cut in with his bullshit, and it ruined the whole movement and the moment.
He didn't like that part where they showed the part with him playing the little guitar for like 30 seconds of that song. Back at the time, he was like, that took away the whole moment.
Well, because you don't do that to a performer. That's like if Revolushn is playing and in the middle of their song, I say, just a minute, I have to say something. And then we allow them to continue. You've lost the moment. You know what I mean? The moment is the moment. You know the moment.
Yeah.
You've been in the moment every night.
Yeah.
And I've been in the moment when I performed. I mean, when I was on stage for years and years, I was in nightclubs all over the place performing as Jane Russell. I had what the hell is the word I'm looking for? Where you keep going. Do you know what I mean? You get into the moment and you roll and you go. And somebody could break your train.
Like his
of thought.
guitar solo at the end there of the song. If somebody split you up in the middle of that guitar solo, first of all, I'd want to kill him because I was enjoying it so much.
That's what's his face did. I don't like him.
Bradley
anyway.
Cooper. He doesn't like Bradley Cooper
I think
anyway.
Bradley Cooper's a conceited piece of crap anyway. And he's not even good looking. He looks like a typical Irish.
Wait, what'd you say now?
Let's talk about our Olga's show coming up.
Okay, when's Olga's show?
It's in New York at Mark's studio.
Oh, love it. Okay, you guys. So Olga's having an art show. Mark the Always Salon.
Our
Billy
Mark?
Hesse. Yeah, our Mark.
Oh, I wish I could be there. When is it?
It's in February?
February, yes,
10th.
February 10th.
Yes.
And both your portraits going to be there.
Yeah, so you better come.
Oh, I don't go to New York in February.
It's beautiful.
Oh, your ass is beautiful. It snows. It's freezing.
Anyway, you're going to be...
I thought that was a surprise. I hear I'm trying not to say anything, and you big mouth go and say it.
Okay.
Olga has been generous enough to paint a portrait of me. She took pictures and stuff to make it perfect, and she's done a portrait of Jimmy. So now
She
they're
didn't
going
do one of me. She did one of you. She did one of me too?
Yeah, I already painted you.
You're done.
I didn't know that.
So
I go.
what they're going to do is they're going to...
He didn't even tell me that.
Because she told me not to say anything. It was a surprise.
Well, now like 4 million people are going to know.
And I know what they're going to do. No, they're getting our paintings. They're putting them on a wall, and it's $50 a dart. And if you give $50, you throw darts and see who can get them in our eyes, and you win. If you get any of the darts in my eye or your eye, you win a vibrating dildo.
I love it. So listen up then, you guys. So listen up. So Olga, which it's studioolga.com, which they probably won't be up there, but you're going to be able to go to her art show if you're in New York City at the Mark the Always Salon, which means Billy Hess will be there, and Aaron Paul and Eileen and all the cool people. Probably
Aaron,
Randy Jones, all the cool
all
people.
of our New York friends will be there.
Randy's going to host it, yeah.
Yeah, Randy Jones is hosting it, you guys. You know what I just watched the other day, you guys? When you guys were playing at what's that place?
Bowery.
What's it called?
Bowery.
No, not Bowery. The other one. The other place that we played in New York, where like all the all the performers performed. You performed 50.
Where I worked there when that bitch Barbra Streisand was.
What was it called?
The Duplex.
Yes, the Duplex. Yeah. So when we were at the Duplex, we videotaped when you guys you guys started out with I Got It, and then Randy Jones comes on and sings YMCA, and then we're all on stage with you guys doing YMCA, and so I put that out like all over the place.
Yep.
I got 1,700 views on it in like 4 days.
I didn't realize we had any video from that one. Oh, that's cool.
I'll have to send it to you. I stuck it up on YouTube with me and Eileen and your friend who was visiting. I don't know.
Eddie Spaghetti.
Yeah, Eddie Spaghetti was there. I love Eddie Spaghetti. He was so much fun. So it's all of us singing back up with you guys playing to Randy Jones singing YMCA.
And the club was so small that they couldn't bring drums in, so they're banging on garbage pails, and I couldn't get over that. I had never seen that before in my life, where an upside-down plastic garbage pail became a drum. I mean, but it sounded good. That's the funny part about it.
It's hilarious. Okay, so the show is going to be on February 10th, which we'll let you guys know all that way ahead of time, so we can promote it, because I'm sure there'll be all kinds of stuff about it, because they'll be putting stuff out about it. It'll be a lot of fun. Are you guys playing there too? Going to play music?
No.
Okay, so it's an art show for Olga Perry and not a Revolution thing.
Yeah.
But we'll play Revolution
What's
music
Olga's
in the
name?
background.
She keeps changing her name, Olga, so the Russians can't get her. But what's her name now? Now what's her
No, it's
name?
Studio Olga. Olga Perry.
When did she become Olga Perry?
She's always been Olga Perry.
No, that's not her real name.
No, tell them your real name.
My real name is Eileen Schubert.
Eileen Schubert.
It is not.
No, it is.
First one.
It is not.
No.
Her Russian name is something like Khrushchev, or I don't know what.
No.
Olga Schnitzler Flinky or something.
Flinky.
Yeah.
My last name is Schubert now.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
no, she changes her name.
No,
weekly.
really. When I first met him, it was Eileen Schubert. But then when she's in the band, she's Eileen Schubert. But when she's an artist, she's Olga Perry.
Yeah.
It's just that I can't keep all that shit straight. So you should just start calling yourself Olga Schubert Eileen Perry or something, and then we just put it all together, and we've got it all as one. So as Olga Perry, she's StudioOlga.com, and as the keyboardist and badass bitch from Revolution, she's Eileen Schubert.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At revolution.com.
At revolution.com. That's right.
So you spell it like you're a drunk Russian.
And she
Yes.
thinks the KGB won't find her.
She's got all her underground radio shows.
Do you think the KGB is looking for you? The truth.
Oh yeah, they sent me a letter. This year in March. They told me I'm illegal in my country since March, and they banned my channel for whole Russia. Nobody in Russia can watch it.
All the hackers figured it out already, though.
Yeah, but
all the hackers figured it out.
So wait a minute. So you're not welcome to go back to Russia.
So you can't
ever.
go back to Russia.
They won't let you in.
No, but it's funny. We do Facebook ads in Moscow for Little Red Dolls, and we're getting more views there in Moscow than. Oh, you know what? Another place that's weird that we are very popular is Panama.
Panama, right?
Isn't that wild?
Panama. That's nothing, Panama.
There's not even that many people in Panama.
No,
I think that's cool,
it's
to
a
be popular
canal.
in Russia. Like, how cool is that, though, to be popular in the country that you were banned in? Do they know you? Do all the people know you're banned there and you can't go back?
No, the thing is, they declare me illegal person in Russian Federation, but they don't know who I am.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
how,
so
how
you guys
could they
keep
do
it
that?
down low.
They
Oh
don't,
yeah, we keep it. So which one of you is banned, Olga or Eileen?
they banned one.
Which one is banned, Olga or Eileen?
I'm just hiding from.
Because we can send you back. I mean, you could go visit as one of the other ones.
Go back as Schubert.
I never come and visit you in Palm Springs when I go there.
Okay.
You're coming to the party Friday now. I'm going to expect you.
You can come to Palm Springs anytime and visit us.
Anytime, you know that. We just have to get him muzzled for Shazam so he doesn't eat you. Because we're trying to figure it out. Also, my daughters said that they'll be getting their apartment by February 1st. So that'll give us a little more space if we wanted to have you stay over. Muzzle the dog so he doesn't eat you. And we have a little place for you guys to stay. Because I feel badly. We have so many New York friends that want to visit. And I don't want to put them in hotels. They're expensive, especially in Palm Springs. You know, most hotels are $400 and $500 a night, which is ridiculous.
No, that's not true. You can get ones for $99.
Yeah, Motel 6. Who the hell's going to go to those? With the springs coming to the mattress, shooting the bed bugs off the ceiling. Get out of here.
Musicians, we're used to Motel 6.
Yeah, see, they're
Please,
musicians.
with the body odor and the urine and the ejaculations all over the
Ron doesn't like to sleep Ron doesn't like to sleep in any hotels. It doesn't matter what.
anyone.
And when
you know why?
when we
Because
lived in Pennsylvania, what's the expensive hotel in New York? The main hotel across from the Plaza.
The Plaza had bed bugs.
Yeah, the Plaza had bed bugs, and Ron was like, "Oh my God, you can't get away from the bed bugs anywhere if that expensive ass hotel has bed bugs." So he doesn't like to stay in hotels because
And
he
if
doesn't
I
like
do
bed bugs.
travel, I have an air mattress. I blow it up. I put it on top of the bed with my own sheets and my own pillow. Because if you knew the skin if you knew what's in the mattress, you'd vomit skin. from every human being in the world. People dying from cancer.
They're fighting me all the time.
Yeah.
No, wait. People that's perspiration is from illness, from cancers, from diseases. Everything goes into the mattress through the sheet. The pillow is used to go under a woman's ass so she's higher when you bang her, or a guy. So now you're laying on somebody's pussy or ass when you put your head on a pillow. So I'd rather bring my own pillow and sheets and mattress and have a nice time.
She's like, holy shit.
Because if you knew the bedspread, once I saw a video about the bedspread. They blacklighted the bedspread. There was more cum on the bedspread than in half the women trying to get pregnant. I mean, really, it's disgusting.
That's true.
It's
true.
filthy. That's
Oh,
why.
yeah, because you're a scientist. You know these things.
And I don't touch money. I haven't touched money in 30, 40 years. Jimmy will tell you that.
He doesn't touch money.
And if they give me money in a store, I say, please put it in an envelope.
Or
and
a
they
plastic
do.
bag.
I will not touch it because I saw a documentary on the dollar bill. The dollar bill has every single germ, feces, disease, cum, urine,
Well, that's because peasants
tit milk, everything.
bills.
That's
We're only supposed to handle hundreds, Ron.
No, but I, you know what? Jimmy will tell you, he thinks I'm crazy. We'd go through toll booths in New York, and the girl would grab the money with bare hands, and I'd say, honey, use a rubber glove. Do you realize what filth is on that money? And they'd look at me like I was crazy. But now, if you go to the toll booth, they're all wearing blue plastic gloves. So I think my saying something made them wake up, and they complained about it. No one should handle, and I love when they lick their fingers and then count the money and lick their fingers. So now they're really putting that filthy money. So I said somebody should invent a machine that every store has, where when they have a lot of money at night, they put it in the machine, and the machine disinfects it. So the money the next day when they give it out is clean. If everybody does that, the money will. You don't get flus if you don't handle money.
He
But
never gets flus.
No, if you want to get sick, go to New York City. Go to
They're
like
getting ready to go.
no, go to like McDonald's or something where snot cold and the snots come out of their nose. Those snot people.
She's like, holy shit.
No. They
Hey,
do
that
this.
sounds
Look,
like a good name for a band, Ron.
Yeah, the snot people would be good.
Here's what they do. The snots are hanging and they do this, and then they handle the money, and the snots are on the money. So
Yeah.
Anyway, so wait.
Oh yeah. Nobody cares when they're sniffing cocaine.
Yeah, when we sniff coke, we probably
Yeah, roll it up. And all that's in the money, too.
all that coke. Well, the coke and the money ain't so terrible, but the snots are.
So let's go back to the radio show for a second. So you had a radio show and it got banned. Can you like have another one where people in Russia can access it?
Oh yeah, I have. We shut me down when I had million and a half
People.
views, and they shut me down. So I opened another one in a week, and now I have about 6,000 people for last 7 months.
And how often do you broadcast?
I broadcast 5-6 times a month.
Okay. And how do people know when you're going to broadcast? Do you send out some kind of message or something?
They just subscribe to me, and sometimes I do premiere. Right now, when you put your podcast on, you can premiere, and then you can have a chat with everybody. You just
Okay, got it.
yeah. And then premiere, when you download, and they can watch it. And I have a lot of comments, so we talk through the comments.
I got it. And what do you talk about?
That's what I was going to ask you. What do you talk about?
I talk about everything. I'm mostly about genocide, and genocide. Not just in Russia, everywhere. Food, clothing, air pollution, all the crap and shit they put in the river, the plastic in the ocean, and psychedelics, which are really, really cure for diseases. Because there is a plants which don't need big pharma put their dirty hands on. There is certain plants you don't have to do nothing with them to cure a lot of diseases, because those plants, they not just cure specific organ, they balance your body, they change your energy, they change your perspective on life. You become more happy, more stable, and you never get sick.
What plant is that?
Marijuana, psychedelic mushrooms, iboga, ayahuasca, cactus, and
Combo,
Sananga, a bunch of stuff, and it's amazing what it does to your body. First of all, it cleaning you from little bugs. It kills all the bugs in your system, everybody who is not your friend. Because when you take antibiotic, it kills everybody. It's like a nuclear war. It kills everybody, bad, good, no matter. And
right.
But this one kills all the bugs. It takes out of your body all the toxins, all the toxins, aluminum, heavy metals, all crap and shit you ate through your clothes, through your skin, through air pollution. It cleans you up. So you become like brand new, and you can start from you. Like, let's say combo. This is frog poison, which cause necrosis of any tumor. Any tumor. If you have little tiny thing in you, it's gonna die.
I love
it's
it.
So much potential and so much good stuff. That's
so
why
they don't want you. They don't want you to like, give that information though, because then they won't need their doctors and need all those things.
But if you take these psychedelics, aren't you loaded?
No. There is other way. You don't have to go to the trip. It's not for tripping. It's not for your la la la. It's a microdosing. Microdosing. It's a small little quantities of stuff. You just take it in a certain schedule. Is you schedule it for each plant. There is certain procedure. You microdose, and it's accumulative. What?
Yeah.
Accumulative. Yes.
Well, I know that you guys have used frog skin or frog sweat, whatever.
Frog venom or something.
Frog venom.
Venom, yeah.
And you had good results with that.
Yeah.
Super incredible. I mean, weird.
I will just tell you one thing, like without tests, like anybody can see it. You do this frog poison. You go through thing, and it squish you like a sponge. It takes all the crap, all. And I'll tell you, for people who are not in medicine, or the simple test of urine, like urine is this, just a look of urine will tell you how clean you are. No smell, and it's completely crystal, like a baby urine, you know? And you have it for months. It show you how pure are your kidneys. Right away, next day, kaboom.
That's good.
And it takes your, it takes everything from your liver, from pancreas, from your lymphatic system, from your blood vessels. Your blood volume increases like 30%. You get more red cells. It's amazing stuff. Nobody want to hear about that.
Absolutely.
Well, I know in Florida we used to worry about our little dogs licking those frogs because they would die, because the poison is so venomous.
Different frog. No, it's a different frog.
Different frog.
Yeah, that's a buffo frog.
Oh, that was a
buffo toad.
That was a Boca Raton frog.
Yeah, buffo toad or something they call it.
Toad. This is called Phelamedusa. It's a combo, named combo. It was discovered last century in 1964. And they brought it here. They researched it in 1984. They discovered there is about 80 bioactive peptides in this frog. They separate, identified, give a name to each one, and they put it in a form of pill, and it didn't work. Because for frog to work on a human, it have to be the whole thing. That's it. So they just...
You have to kill and eat the whole frog or something?
No, you don't kill it.
No, they get it in the jungle, because if you put it in a cage, it stop producing the good stuff. It have to live in your own environment. So you catch it at night, you bring it, whatever. They poke it with little stick, and it start producing this thing on your skin. They scrub it with a stick and let the frog go.
Okay.
And how do you ingest it?
Oh, you have to burn your skin and put the poison
They're
in.
tiny little burns. You barely feel it when he does it. It's just like tink, like that. And they make, that's called a point.
Yeah.
And then they make like first time what did I do? 5 points. And then the next time I got up to 9 points, and then 9 I think for me was maybe too many.
Yeah.
This thing is
Why is 9 too many?
It depends how dirty you are, because when more stuff you collected over years, when more is toxicity of
Well,
what.
Jimmy needs about 40 because he's a cesspool. I mean, Jimmy eats every McDonald's and Burger King and Wendy's and every shit that man known to man.
I like Chipotle, and I like.
He is so full of chemicals that he glows at night when he's in the dark. It's true. He glows. I'm not lying. He glows. He really does.
Oh,
Like he's full of radiation or something. You should do the frog. You need to eat the whole frog, you know.
Yeah, you don't eat the frog.
No, but you would have to cleanse you out. You'd have to eat a couple of frogs.
But I heard like it's really bad, right? When you do it, it like fucks your body up for 15 minutes.
No, you're getting a heart attack.
Body up. You feel like you're going to die for about 15 minutes. It's an awful feeling. But the thing is, it goes away pretty quick, right?
Yeah.
And so I did it, and then an hour later, you're back to normal. It just feels like a bad hangover, depending on how toxic you are. The first time, I felt like I had the worst hangover in my life. But I thought, I'll never fucking do that again. And then the next morning I woke up and I went, holy fuck. This crying now 2 months.
He had the biggest hard-on of his life next morning.
Now we just got every frog in the jungle for everybody when they hear that. But I would like to try it because I have chronic fatigue. I think I'm suffering from it. Or I think it's my thyroid is going on the blink again because I've been having fainting spells.
Ron, you know how when you get up, you wake up sometime and you stand up and the first thing you want to do is go back to bed?
That's always.
Yeah, right? When I woke up that first day, that I have not had that feeling since that first treatment.
I love it.
Guys, this is not a joke.
No, it's not joke.
It's not a joke. He could not walk a week because of his hard-on. That's why he did it 3 times.
There you go. That's good.
And I don't hear you complaining, Olga.
It's bigger now.
That's okay, and she's not complaining.
Oh my God!
Terrific.
Everybody that hears this show now is going to go find frogs and eat them.
So you had to go someplace to do that, right? You didn't go out and catch the frog yourself.
Around place where you live, around LA, about 5, 6, 7 places where people do it every day. Like in Santa Ana, we have Studio 8. We do it there every Monday. There is a lot of place around you because in California, we have an official organization which called Combo Association. So we train people, we give them real stuff, not some shushy-mushy crap you don't know what it is. So that's all certified. It's go right from the jungle, and it's a very strong organization which a government trying to shut down.
That's because then you won't need to pay the doctors. And how much does it cost to do it?
Yeah, what's the cost of it?
$25 per application. Doesn't matter how many holes it is. Like if you don't go, they will give you about 2 holes, maybe the minimum, because of your age, and they don't want to kill you. They want to see how you react, and then they will go up. Like I got 7 burns first time, and last one was 12.
So did you get a hard on?
So how often do you have to do? Like, why do you have to keep doing it?
No. You do it once, 3 times per month, and then you free for a year.
Okay.
But you don't eat any more chipotle.
That'll never happen for me.
So then you have to stay clean.
No, it's up to you, but God.
It'll take you a while to get back. Yeah. It's radical. The change is radical.
It breaks your habits. It breaks your habits. When you become clean and when you have different energy, you don't want to eat shit anymore because you see the difference what it is.
Oh, yeah. I don't eat that crap, so I'm not. Don't put me in that.
No, we're talking about Jimmy.
Yeah,
Jimmy.
Did you know I was never to a McDonald's until I met Jimmy, or Burger King, or Wendy's, any of those. I used to go to with my kids because they liked the tacos at Jack in the Box, and that was the most disgusting thing we ever ate. But being with Jimmy, I go to high-class places like IKEA for the Swedish meatballs and McDonald's for our anniversary, for our 6th anniversary, he took me to Burger King.
Well, the thing is, that stuff tastes great. I get it. I used to really.
I don't think so.
Oh, I love it.
No, the meat does. I mean, no, the meat is not even meat. It's cardboard. They paint on it to make it look like meat.
It still tastes good. The thing is, like now, I don't eat it because since the frog, I know it makes me feel bad when I eat it. That's the difference. I still love the taste.
Oh God, no, it's terrible.
Yeah.
So what do you guys eat a lot? What do you guys eat?
Clean, healthy, like I do. Clean, healthy.
Mostly what I grow, because we have a couple acres, and I eat only what I grow. I eat quail eggs, I eat my quails, I eat all the vegetables, all the fruits I grow. I don't eat much. Sometimes we go together and we eat a big, good steak, maybe once a week, once in 2 weeks. Good steak, grass-fed. No,
I can't eat. It's flesh.
I love steak. I could eat steak every night.
No, I went out with friends years ago. I had never been to Ruth Chris in my life because I don't eat meat. And I went with friends in Boca to the Ruth Chris that's there. And when you walk in, there's a big, big glass refrigerator with chunks of dead animal laying in it. And I just said, this is so disgusting. And I couldn't eat. I had
Do you
bread.
guys eat fish? He doesn't eat fish.
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't eat fish.
I do.
I don't eat fish, I don't eat chicken, nothing. Just quails, which I grow myself.
How do you grow a quail?
You raise them.
You just raise them. You pop
Okay.
them in the incubator, and you eat the eggs, and you pop the eggs, and it's perpetuum mobile, free.
Oh, so you don't eat the actual bird itself?
I do when you get older.
So, like, you have to cut the bird to kill it yourself?
You don't cut it. You just take the scissors and cut your head. And my dog eats everything, and I eat my part. She eats my part. Look,
Look at Ron. He's like,
You should have seen what she did with the turkeys when they attacked the dog.
I raised a couple turkeys, and they grew 40 pounds each. And when they attacked my dog Lucy, they put her in a corner and they start eating her eyes. I took my gun and I killed them both. Just both. Because they were so mean to my dog.
Yeah, birds.
no,
can
we
be
went.
mean.
We went when we used to live in Pennsylvania. We would go to Lake Geneva, up in New York, and up in New York we would go to Lake Geneva, and the people that we would stay with, our friends, like they would go. Christopher McDonald, he's a super famous actor, and his family has a farm there, and everybody goes there and they like see all the chickens, and then they buy everything fresh, like just killed, right there. And Ron couldn't handle it. Like he was there and he was like, oh my God, like I can't eat this after I just saw the bird sitting there.
No, because I don't like something that gives me joy when it's alive, and then it gives me sorrow when it's dead. When I was young and my parents would put the turkey on the table, I would go to my bedroom. And I would come down after it was carved. I couldn't bear sitting there watching them carve this bird. It just...
Did you eat the turkeys? Did you eat the turkeys after you killed them? Because I love turkey.
So you had a 40-pound
I get
turkey.
what Ron's saying, though. I mean, we're all like animals, and to think that these animals are lesser than us. But on the other hand, well, I mean,
I eat so
raise
well.
cows. You should raise cows
No,
so you could have beef.
No. You know what? I firmly believe that anything that... I'm not a vegan, but I believe that anything that's alive should stay alive. We don't need to eat it. Primitively, we did. I mean, I can make you meals that are so delicious and so happy. Vodka in a penne sauce. I could make you sun-dried tomatoes in pasta. I could make you basil, which is pesto in pasta. That's what I eat. Pinoli nuts, pine nuts. I eat all of nature. To me, going to a steak dinner, no, I could vomit.
Oh my God, I love it.
When that blood runs out and I see it in the dish and all these fucking cannibals are eating it and they're, oh, is that delicious? I do vomit. You're eating the ass of a cow, the dick, the balls, the tits, or whatever. You're eating a cow.
hey, they say seal dicks make you more virile.
There you go.
There's actually a market for seal dick.
I had to kill myself.
They'll make you more viral though, so maybe you should get one and
That's
try
all a bunch of bullshit. My
Seal dicks.
My father used to love.
Oh my God, that's
la
funny.
tripa. You know what tripa is? Tripe.
Oh
And
my God, it's so good.
What is that, tongue?
it's the brain of a cow.
Oh.
And my grandmother used to cook that
She
shit.
eats it. That's probably why you're so smart.
Wait a minute. My grandmother used to cook that shit for my father because my mother wouldn't touch it. And my mother wouldn't touch liver either. And I love liver and onions. That's the only thing I eat that's really not good for you. But the tripe smell would be in that house for like 2 years, 3 years.
Wait. No, do you eat tripe?
Yeah.
I know you do. Does your husband?
No,
Disgusting.
are you kidding? I'm with Ron there. That's disgusting.
And, no, and you know, I lived in Sicily for about a month with a good friend of ours from America who parents moved there, and they started eating things like pig's knuckles, the tail of the pig, or the ox tail from the ox, all that fucking shit. And I got so thin. I should really go back to Sicily and lose all this weight because I wouldn't eat it. The only thing I did like was when his father Isidore would go out to the lemon tree. He took the leaves off of the lemon tree and he cooked them. And they were delicious. Lemon tree leaves really are. I don't know how he made them. It was almost like the Greeks do with the chopped meat inside and they roll it up. But there was no chopped meat in it. But the leaves, I believe in eating trees.
Okay, so hang on a second because we've only got 4 minutes. I got to do a
The
quick,
show is over?
Yeah, I got to do a
Are
quick
you
4
serious?
Yeah, I got to do a quick 4 minutes.
Alga, and the hubby.
Okay, hang on, everybody. First
I
of all,
love you guys.
we
I
want
could-
to tell
I could be
everyone. We're not
with you
getting rid of him yet. Hang on.
I could be with you guys
Let me do
forever.
this. Let me
Why
do
the
this.
fuck are you living up in San Francisco? It's so far.
Because we're wannabe gays, and this is the best place to do it.
No, but you could
So,
move.
hold on,
you could
let me do
move.
this.
Wait, 20 minutes from here, you could move. It's all farmland. You got to see what's up here.
So everybody listen up. First of all, we want to thank everybody who's tuning into the show. You can hear the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell every Wednesday from 12 to 2 p.m. Pacific time or 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern time on W4CY Radio with the fabulously talented Chad Murphy.
Oh, yeah.
We're on K4HD Radio in LA, Monster FM Radio in New York, Jackalope Radio in Kansas City, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, iTunes, SoundCloud, Podbean, Audio Boom, Podomatic, Apple TV, and Spreaker. And on television, you can see us on Vimeo, YouTube, Roku, Comcast On Demand through the Galaxy Global Television Network. This is Revolushn. You want to check out their new song, Little Red Dolls? Go to revolushn.com, revolushn.com. You can follow them on Twitter at Revolution Band. You don't want to miss all the fabulous artwork of Olga Perry, so you can go to studioolga.com. And if you're in New York City,
the show on the 10th in New York.
that's right. February 10th, we got a show at the Mark de Always Salon in New York City. And we'll be telling you guys more about it as the new year comes along. And
when the weather gets better, Jimmy and I, because Jimmy's never been up to the Redwoods, and I want to take him up to the Redwoods. We're going to stop and visit you, and we're going to be on your farm, and we're going to shoot people, and we're going to eat them. We'll kill a couple of your neighbors because they're delicious. If you put them on a
Let the dog eat
if you barbecue them on a skew, I mean, especially if the guy is hung with a 12-inch dick, that's like a meal in itself right there.
That's better than seal dick.
Better than
that's
seal
better
dick.
than seal dick.
It's dead neighbor dick. I got a couple of neighbors here I'd like to kill.
Neighbors, guys. We live in the boonies, no neighbors.
They don't have any neighbors.
Where do you live exactly in San
They
Francisco?
live on an island.
We live on an island.
Where?
In a delta area.
Yeah, in the swamp.
In a swamp. In a delta.
But what north of San Francisco?
San Joaquin Delta is like
Okay, I know the Joaquin Valley.
Yeah, we're like the north end of that, just before the estuary. In fact, the estuary is our backyard for the.
You get snow up there. You guys get snow.
No.
You don't get snow.
Cold though.
Yeah, I believe it's cold.
It's never freezing. It's never less than 49. 49 is the bottom line. But in the summer, we have a lot of sun every day. And we have river on the back. We have a lot of trees. We have like 10 miles walk. So we're going to go
I
for...
love it.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah,
come dance.
you don't have grapes for wine up there? It's wine country.
We gotta go. Hold on, we gotta go.
We're
you
going?
guys.
Oh, I
So
want
listen
more.
up, you guys. Please go out and get Little Red Dolls. Watch the video. We'll have them back anyway to promote the show when she's coming
I really
back.
love you too, and I wish you were closer because I'd hang out with you.
And definitely, if you guys should come to our Christmas party, it's going to be a lot of fun.
You would make my Christmas so happy. If I saw you at my door, I'd probably start crying. I probably would. I'm an
But we have to go now.
emotional
So
Italian.
everybody, check out Revolushn. You guys, we love you. We gotta go. Merry Christmas, everybody.
I love you
Everybody,
both.
thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see everybody next week for the Christmas show. Bye, everybody. Bye, you guys.
Love you, love you, love you.
I'm chilling, Jimmy Star, yo, sitting down and designing. Where every man them a thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
British punk, yo, what I wanna be. Jimmy Star's new celebrity.
We'll take you out to Jimmy Stars. He'll dress you right. You'll feel like a star. We'll hook you up. Now you look sexy. Your game is tight. Gonna get laid tonight. You need